Okay, we're back from the commercial. As promised, I have promised all of you not only a special guest, a repeat guest, a regular guest, and my co-host. Here on the Take Your Life Back Today show, I have Gloria Jean Roberts on the phone, and she'd like to share a little bit of something with you, my audience. So, Gloria, you are on the air.
Hi, Ralph. Hi, everyone. It's almost Christmas. It's just around the corner. I was out last night doing some Christmas shopping, and it is crazy. I just like as a kid, I used to remember me and my mother. My mother and I. I'm around my second grade class too much, the little guys. But anyway, my mother and I, we used to take this time out in the season to go and do. Actually, she'd start early. She'd start around Thanksgiving, and her, my grandmother, and my dad and my brother would all start shopping in November just before Thanksgiving. And I just remember Thanksgiving at our house, we would wrap presents, and stuff like that. And then, we'd put up the tree the day after and put all presents under it. And then I just remember my brother, when I was a kid, he tried to trick me that it was Santa Claus. And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. I was one of those smart aleck kids. Oh, yeah, sure. Sure it is Santa Claus, right? I said, I'll believe that when I see him. So my brother, he dressed up like Santa Claus, and he thought I was asleep. And my mother let him in the side door, and he had this, all these presents. They were wrapped up in all this beautiful paper, I remember. And he was putting them under the tree. And I'm like, I got up. I'm like, you're not Santa. You're my brother in a Santa suit. And he said, oh. I said, oh, yeah, right. You're not even fat. I said, Santa is fat, and you're skinny. I said, you're my brother. And so he still tried to play it off and trick me. And then I knew better. He said, see you, I'm going back to the North Pole, okay? I was just like, all right. But when the next morning, I wanted to open my presents that night, but the next morning, we had Christmas breakfast, and I think family was coming out from Pennsylvania. My uncle was from England, so he had married my aunt, I guess in '63, and they would come out every holiday and have dinner with us. I just remember my aunt coming all the way from Pennsylvania, and my uncle, and we would have a nice Christmas breakfast and everything like that, and we would sit around and we'd watch March of Wooden Soldiers and It's a Wonderful Life, and I liked the fact that Jimmy Stewart was like this down-to-earth person, and I said, that's who I want to be like when I grow up. I want to be like Jimmy Stewart, because I liked I liked who he was, and that was like one of my favorite movies as a kid. And then my mom would say, well, let's bring the coffee and everything into the dining room and sit around and open up the presents, because that's where we put the tree, sometimes in the dining room, sometimes the living room, but this time it was in the dining room. And, my brother was there, and my sister-in-law, who he was engaged to, and my grandmother, and, my dad, and our neighbors that lived upstairs were from Sicily, and they'd come down, and they'd bring presents and stuff and have coffee with us. And, opening up the presents on Christmas morning was great. I would always get a Barbie doll, because my brother knew I loved Barbie dolls. But by the end of January, they'd have no head. Okay? No legs. I was wrong with my dolls as a kid growing up. Now I have a collection of dolls that I take so much care and pride in. But back then, I was just like, I was a tomboy at heart. But, I just remember we'd open up the presents, and then we'd have family time where we would sit around and we'd play games and we'd get TV. Most of the whole day of Christmas was spent watching, Christmas movies like Christmas and all that. And, I like Homeland. I just smell of the turkey in the air, smell of the Christmas wreath and the Christmas tree, and all those wonderful smells pumpkin pies. My mother and my grandmother would spend the whole night before baking, okay? Baking pies and cakes, and then Christmas morning, they would start the turkey or you know, the turkey or the roast or whatever they were making. And, you know, it was like, it was really nice. Everything was closed. All the stores were closed. You know, except we lived over an Italian bodega, so we didn't have problems getting anything because our landlord who lived above us, he would go down into the store and get whatever my grandmother needed. Hey, Leslie, what do you need? My grandmother said, she said, oh, I need this, I need that. And he said, okay, no problem. We go down into the store, you get it, bring it up. At Christmas, don't pay me. You know, like it's Christmas here, you know, so
right.
it was nice. It was nice. It was two families. Different backgrounds living in one house together, and you know, it was just. I went past that house like a couple of months ago, and it looks the same. Only the A&P is no longer there across the street, but it was Montgomery Warren was next to it, and neither one of them are there anymore. But you know, it's just like I can visualize that those Christmases in my head sometimes, where I can stand by the window and look out at the L train and the elevated train that used to go past our house, and it was so close that you could put your hand on the train. That's how close it was.
Wow.
It was exciting as a kid. I'd jump up and down because I could see people in there. My brother would say, "Oh, look at the people in there. Wave to them," you know. And it was fun, and you know, growing up, we had a lot of poor Christmases where we didn't have anything. You know, I just remember one Christmas, you know, many years later when I became a teenager and my father was long gone, and my grandmother was like in her 80s and my mom was in her early 50s, and we're just the three of us, and we were in Florida, and we had left Brooklyn and we were in Florida, and you know, we had a couple Christmas where we only had like grapefruit seed. We still tuned in to our favorite movies, and we just had a great time because, you know, that to me was the holidays. If I had it, it was great, and if I didn't have it, you know, if there wasn't a present on a tree, it still was a good time. And, you know, I kind of miss those days when I had all my loved ones around me, you know. And now my mom is, I got emotional there for a second. My mom's in a nursing home, but, you know, we get her all the holidays and birthday and Mother's Day, and take her out and stuff like that, show her a good time. And, you know, that's you know, I'm still doing the job that my mom used to do. And even though my grandmother and my father are no longer there, my brother is married and he got grown kids and grandkids, you know, stuff like that. We don't get together like we used to. But you know what? I spend my Christmas now with my friends and my mom and my uncle, you know, and friends that are like family. You know, and
exactly.
You know, Ralph, you see us Halloween, my friend Mark and all of us, we're always doing something.
Yeah.
You know, recently, a friend of mine passed away. You know, Thanksgiving Day we went to pick him up, and he had a heart attack. And then the week later, his daughter told me he passed away. And you know, last Monday I went to his funeral. But I kept a promise to his wife. Wife said to me, I don't want my husband being alone. She was dying with cancer. She said, I don't want him being alone on holidays. Can you please take him? And I did. Every holiday I took him.
That is so nice.
You know, that one holiday, his wife, he'd seen his wife earlier that day. He said to me, you know, I'm hoping you come take me home to your house for Thanksgiving because, you know, Norma can't take me. So I guess, you know, so a lot of people told me, well, you know what? Maybe she did come get him for Thanksgiving, you know, and this Christmas he's going to be missing. This Christmas he's going to be missing at the table.
Right. Well, that's so nice, and the toughest thing is what you helped him out with was not to be lonely, and that's the toughest thing is to be lonely during the holidays, and your mother is in a nursing home. My mother is no longer with us, so this is going to be a lonely Christmas without her. But listen, you and I are going to New York City on Monday, and we're going to try to help 5, 7, maybe homeless people not just not be lonely, but not be cold. I think you and I agreed, and I'm going to pick up stuff tomorrow, some gloves, hats, and some scarves, and bring maybe some clothes that no longer fit me with me to the city. And you and I are going to hopefully brighten up somebody's holiday out there. But loneliness is really tough, and friends like you, where you and I can talk like this prevents the loneliness. But the background that you just shared, your life started not being so lonely because you had family and you had loved ones, and then as family members just passed on, you compensated in life because you didn't want to be lonely, and then you have friends, and you have good friends that kind of stepped in for the family, and that makes a big difference because there are so many thousands, millions of people that are lonely out there.
Yes, there are a lot of lonely people out there. My house on holiday, I know it's Christmas, but my house on the holidays was always filled with people. Too many people. But it would start out from Labor Day. Labor Day we'd go out to Fire Island, Marquis, Glenn, and we'd all go out to Fire Island and bring Uncle Larry. Because Uncle Larry, he don't want to go out there in the water. He likes sitting on the beach. So we would bring the dogs and we'd go out, and sit on the beach and stuff. And oh boy, after Labor Day, everything started getting busy. I mean, it was Halloween parties, it was Thanksgiving dinners. People come over to my house. I think my mom's birthday is in September, so it would be all birthdays the whole month of September, and then October would come, and then it was one birthday, and then November would come and slew of birthdays all the way up to Thanksgiving. And after Thanksgiving came the Christmas rush, and my house would have anywhere from 15 to 30 people.
Wow.
In my house. In Long Island, it would have 15 to 30 people. And people would stay until like after midnight. We'd watch movies, and we'd pop popcorn, and, to me that was like, I'm not home. It's Thanksgiving, it's Christmas,
right.
I'm not alone.
But people also need to know the difference between loneliness and isolation. Just real quick before I let you close, I just want to go over 25 really quick things that I came up with. And I haven't even sent you a copy of this, Gloria, so just bear with me, okay?
Yes.
These are 25 things that I recommend that people should do if they're lonely. Number one is just to show up somewhere. Show up somewhere. It doesn't matter where. Just show up somewhere. It could be a McDonald's, because once you show up somewhere, there's someone. You're not as lonely anymore. Go on solo dates. What that basically means is just go and eat something by yourself and think about everything and contemplate on how maybe today is your first day of your new life. Attend meetups and watch movies. That also gets your mind off things. And most importantly, and Gloria, I know you're big on this, is volunteer. When you volunteer, when you volunteer, it builds up your self-esteem and your self-worth. Adopt a cute pet. Identify the cause of your loneliness. There has to be a reason why you're lonely. Identify that, and once you have identified the cause, then work with it. Read books, take a bath, all these things. Take random bus rides, train rides, flights, anywhere. That can help with your loneliness. Just dance. Yeah, dance, Gloria, like you don't care. Who cares what you look like when you dance? Just dance. Go for a quick run. Watch other people in the mall. Get a coffee. Practice not being lonely. And the only way to practice not being lonely is by being around people. Another way to not feel lonely is look through old photos, like your mother, my mother, people that have passed. Look at those photos. Folks, get a camera, take pictures, attend classes, exercise, yoga. Even for some of you pole dancers out there, get a pole dancing job. Start a 5-minute gratitude.
I'm a former one.
Ah, okay. Watch inspiring shows. Plan a holiday with someone. Create something new each and every day. And then guess what? Do something crazy to stop your loneliness. Gloria, I want you, if you can, advise my audience what you think they need to do to get past the audience, get past the loneliness, and keep it within 3 minutes because we're getting up to our time limit.
Okay, yeah, you know, the thing what I did when my mother and I moved to Long Island, we didn't know anybody. You know, we didn't know no one. And we started going, like Ralph was saying, we started going to a local pub that was out there where they served food and stuff like that. It always was open. No matter what day it was always open. And we would go in there and sit and talk with people at the bar.
Exactly.
And, you know, that's how we took the conversation. And once I got my dog, I had another dog before this one, these two. When I got my dog, I would be out on walks, and other dog owners would start talking to me. And, you know, it ended up in friendship. Church is another place, too, sometimes.
Absolutely.
You know, like church, you can meet people at church. You can meet people at theater groups. You know, like if you go to plays and stuff, there's always some place that you can go. No one should be alone. No one should be isolated.
And you know what? For anyone that's watching us, 844-405-HELP is a number you can call 24/7. I answer the phone at 2, 3 in the morning. That's my hotline number. And it's not just for addiction. It's not just for low self-esteem. It's also for you. That's right, you. If you're lonely, I am an ear. I don't have a lot of answers, but what I do have is compassion. And anyone can also get a hold of any one of my friends. If you want to speak to Gloria, you can just call me. I'm not sure if she wants to give out her phone number, but I can email her. And then if you include your email address, I'm sure she'll email you back with some word of wisdom. Right, Gloria?
Yeah, they have Facebook. They can hit me up there, too. Or Twitter.
Right, go to Facebook, and all you need to do is type in the search bar, Gloria Jean Roberts, and I'm sure no matter what your situation is, she would love to talk to you. Gloria and I, we have we're both 55, so we have a lot of years experience, a lot of years probably being lonely, a lot of years of being happy, a lot of years of being sad. So we have a lot of experience under our belt as far as being lonely, as far as being sad, as far as being poor, as far as being rich. It doesn't matter. Any phone call, any email, any person is always invited to the Take Your Life Back Today show. Gloria, I want to just remind everyone, on Monday, you and I, New York City, we have a couple things planned, but the most important thing is our homeless video that I'll be creating. We're going to have Richard Flores filming us, and you and I are just going to pick randomly a few people that we feel deserve to have, well, everybody deserves, but because we can't give everybody everything, but we can help a few people. I'm going to make sure with you that we're going to buy maybe a coffee and a roll. We won't give out money to anyone because money leads, there's a saying, root of all evil, right?
Yes, I'll tell you, Ralph, there's something to it. It's funny that you wanted to do that because a couple weeks ago I was walking and it was kind of chilly, and I saw this homeless lady sitting on the ground, and I took my gloves out of my pocket, my right pair of gloves, I gave her.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. And you know what? We're going to do this. And we're not doing this just for a shtick, for a show. I am doing this, and I know you are doing this, because it takes you, me, and probably millions of other people with our drive and our love for other humans to do this, to help each other, because we are all equal under God's eyes. God created us, and we need to work together and help each other. With that, I am up to 20 minutes. The first recording was over 10 minutes, so Gloria, as usual, I appreciate, and it was a very touching story that you gave us, and I hope to God that people listen, appreciate it, and as always, you do such a good job every time you call in.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. My pleasure, Ralph. I enjoy being on your show. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and you know what? Monday be the first time, other than CJ Stryker's show, that you and I are going to be get together on my show, live, not live, but in person instead of phone-in, right?
That's right. It's going to be an awesome. It's going to be an awesome day.
All right, Gloria. Listen, thank you so much. I will see you on Monday, but I'll talk to you before then. I will get this copy of this video on Facebook and wherever else today. And thank you for calling in, and we will talk later. Okay, Gloria?
Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much, Ralph. Have a good day.
You too, Gloria. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was Gloria Jean Roberts. Thank you so much, everybody. May God bless you. May you have a Merry Christmas. And remember that Jesus is the reason for the season.